We've probably all had at least one time in our life where we travel, and when you travel, you have to go to a different parish for Mass. One of the saddest things that could happen is you walk into that church, and either you don't see an organ, or though, you can get away with just having a piano, or you just, when the music starts, it's just, Kumbaya, my lord, Kumbaya, and like, just not beautiful at all. And so I want to make a quick video explaining to you guys why it is an important thing, and something I've been thinking about a lot recently, about the importance of what type of music you should have in your liturgy. So let's jump in. I'm not going to leave you hanging for too long, so I'm just going to come out flat out and say it. What I realized, as someone who grew up charismatic, so I've had a lot of experience with traditional music and charismatic music. I have, on Spotify, I have two different playlists, like praise music and I have mass music playlist. And they're completely different genres of music. But I grew up going to Mass with more traditional music, and then also go into these charismatic masses where they are praise and worship music at them. So I've experienced both of them and know what it's like. And especially as I'm getting older, I'm realizing that if I go to a Mass that use like praise worship at it, it feels weird. And I realize what it is. If you want the easy answer, I'll go into more detail, but if you want the easy answer of what music you should have at Mass, you should be thinking of your music as this. The music at a prayer meeting, praise and worship, whatever you want to call it. For those who have attended Franciscan, you would know it as the FOP, Festival of Praise. A FOP. When you go to a FOP, there's praise music. Those versus what you should have at Mass comes down to this. Music at praise and worship is supposed to bring you to God. That's what it's supposed to make you feel close to God. It's supposed to draw you to God. Wow. Music at Mass should be doing the opposite. It should be calling God to us. The music should not be, if you listen to a praise and worship song, it's just a couple chords back and forth. It's super easy. Anyone can sing it. It's made to be that way. It's made to be very basic for you guys. While with songs that are supposed to be at Mass, you pray, you sing in Latin, you have the organ, you have, the organ is not the easiest instrument to play. Guitar is a lot easier. I need to get better at playing the guitar, but I technically have a guitar, so I know some basic stuff about playing the guitar. It's an easier instrument to play. But the point is, at Mass, the music you're playing should be saying, I'm using the best of my ability, my best singing, my best ability to play an instrument. Yes, maybe you can only play a guitar, but people who can play the violin, people who can play the organ, play more complicated instruments, this is your chance to say, I'm giving glory to God in my ability to put out the best of what I can, my best music. And then your voice is also the same way. It's not, praise and worship music is a lot more easy to just anyone can sing. Music at Mass, everyone should be able to follow along. That's an important thing too, but the first priority should be, is this music made to bring beauty to what God gave us, the voice. Beauty to what God gave us in our instruments. That's what your first priority should be when music at Mass. It should be, are you giving glory to God in our talent? A good hymn at Mass will also bring you closer to God. But what the more important thing that it's doing there is making this environment of the holiness of this church, calling down the holiness. God is everywhere already, but calling down, this is a sacred space. It's not just about your own feelings. If you spent a lot of charismatic songs, if you listen to them, again, I grew up charismatic, so I feel like I have full right to diss on charismatics when I say this, right? A lot of praise and worship songs are made to be very feely. It's all about your feelings. It's all about making you feel good. Music is naturally meant to be like that. So, especially, if you listen to its basic worship song, it's meant to make you feel good. And thus, it can draw you closer to God. Hymns of praise to God is less about making you feel good and more about saying, I'm giving glory to God. You're asking for God's presence in a different way than with praise music. Honestly, that's where I come from with this. It's about the big difference of, both of them are about drawing you close to God, and both of them are about calling down upon you. But one is about giving glory to God with our talent, and the other one is just about making us feel close to God, making us feel good. And it's not saying you can't enjoy praise music. It's not saying they're sinful, that they're bad things. All it's saying is, the heart of the difference is that one is all about making you feel good, and the other one is about giving your gifts, giving your talents to God, and asking God to come down with the saints and angels, come to this the Feast of the Lamb. That's why I strongly, as I get older, become more and more strong in this idea of you should try to do your best to keep praise and worship music out of Mass. It's not for the Mass. It's a different place. You can have prayer meetings all you want. Mass is a different ceremony. Mass is all about calling God to us. It's all about giving glory to God and our talents, and this is a sacred space. While you can technically have a Mass in your living room with a priest and all, it's not the same way. Like normally, when you have Mass, it's going to be in the church. Normally, when you're having a praise and worship meeting, it's going to probably be in someone's living room, or it's going to be in a social hall. It's not going to be in the church itself because it's not meant to be there. While yes, praise and worship in front of the Eucharist is amazing. Again, I grew up charismatic, so while I love tradition, I know what it's like to be in that group, and I know how beautiful, praise and worship is in front of the Eucharist. It's amazing. Still love it today. The more and more I get older, the more I realize the beauty in the traditional hymns, the using our talents to give glory to God, and it's not about us. It's about how are we giving glory to God. That is what the music in a Mass should be. So if you're a music director and you're trying to figure out what music to have during the liturgy, that's my recommendation. That's my thought when it comes to that. Is just, you should have in the back of your mind is the music I'm playing all about just making other people feel good, or is it about bringing glory to God? Is that why I'm doing this, or am I just trying to make people feel good? That should be your goal when it comes to Mass, is how am I bringing glory to God in my music? It's not about you, it's about God. That is what the Mass is meant for. Let's get back to actually giving glory to God on Mass and not just making ourselves feel good. Until next time, I'm praying for you. Please pray for me. Peter Wary, signing off.